clinical evidence says that if we put a composite restoration on a tooth structure and cure it, it will not stay forever there, but it can be easily removed by the probe. To overcome this, we invented something called bonding systems. Bonding systems are systems that basically are composed of three materials that will enhance or support the permanent attachment of the composite restorations to the tooth structure. The most important part of this system is the bonding agent or bonding resin or adhesive. All of these names are for one thing, which is that line that is separating the upper thing, which is the composite restoration. As you can see, the filler particles in it, and the lower thing is the tooth structure. Before knowing how this bonding system acts and attaches the composite restoration to the tooth structure, we should review two important terms from the high school physics, biology, and chemistry. The hydrophilic and hydrophobic. When I say hydrophilic, it means something that likes water, and hydrophobic means the something that hates water. Hydro means water in Latin, and philic means love or like, and phobic means hate or fear, from phobia. And the best example on these two terms is the phospholipid bilayer in our cells membranes, which has an interior hydrophobic part and an exterior hydrophilic part. The second two terms that we should review from physics is the adhesion and cohesion. The adhesion is the attraction forces that attaches two different materials together, while the cohesion is the attraction forces that attaches the molecules or atoms of the same material together. An simple example for the cohesion is when you put a drop of water on a penny or a silver coin, you will see that the droplet of water will not spread and will contract itself because of the attraction of the water molecules to itself, preventing the spread or wetting of the silver coin or penny by this drop of water, besides the surface tension forces. Another example for this is a droplet of water that forms a spherical shape, minimizing contact with the hydrophobic leaf, because the water is hydrophilic, of course, and the leaf of the plant is hydrophobic, so that it will not spread, it will not wet the surface of the leaf. The last two terms that I want to review is the surface energy and wetting. The surface energy is the extra energy that the atoms on the exterior or the surface of a material have over the less energy that the atoms or molecules have in the interior of the material. The wetting, on the other hand, is the ability of a drop of a liquid to wet or spread on a surface of a solid material. We should know that as much surface energy as we have, the ability of that energy will be more to disrupt the attraction forces between the atoms or molecules of a droplet of water or any liquid, so that disrupting that cohesion and making the wetting or spreading of that droplet of liquid more easy, so that more surface energy, less cohesion, and more wetting. Now if we take all of these information and put it in dentistry, we will know how the mechanism of action of the bonding system works. When we apply the acid etching procedure will condition the tooth surface, and when it conditions the tooth surface, it increases its surface energy, and by increasing the surface energy of the tooth structure, it will decrease the cohesion forces of the droplet of liquids. And when I say liquids, I mean the bonding agent that we will apply on the tooth structure, so that facilitating the wetting procedure by that bonding agent. Okay, so that the acid etching will increase the surface energy, the cohesion of the bonding liquid will be decreased, and the wetting will be increased, because as you know that the bonding resin is a resin, so that it is of course a hydrophobic material, so that it will not be easily attached or attracted to the tooth surface, that is not accepting the hydrophobic resin, and will not allow the hydrophobic resin particles to penetrate it and go deep in it, for example in the dentinal tubules. The acid etching does not only do this and condition the tooth surface, but it also removes the debris, because it is an acid and acid eats everything, so that it will remove the layer of debris that will be formed during the cutting procedure of the tooth structure during the preparation procedure. This layer is called as a smear layer, as you can see it on the surface of the tooth structure or the cut tooth structure, and how it forms the plugs closing the dentinal tubules, preventing the composite resin or bonding resin to go and make tags or feet to these tubules. This picture is also a picture of the smear layer, and this is also a picture of the smear layer. This from the top view and from the side view for the smear layer. So that now, if we collect all what we have said before, we will summarize the enamel bonding procedure as the following. We apply the acid etchant, so that we will condition the tooth surface and remove the debris from it. Then we will apply the bonding agent on it. The bonding agent or bonding resin or adhesive, as we call it simply,